red-headed guinea fowl. They're kind of those small football-shaped birds. One of them's going down into the water there. Then we, of course, out here you have the world's tallest land animal, the Maasai giraffe. I think they're all the way up on the hill. Hopefully we'll be able to see them when we swing around. So the Maasai giraffe is the tallest and largest bodied of all the giraffe species. Our male migu, if you see him standing out there, he measures about 18 feet tall, and his legs are 6 feet long themselves. They also have great eyesight. Their eyeballs are shaped, the size of golf balls, and they're able to see up to a mile away behind them. They also have incredibly large organs. Their heart is almost 2 feet long and can weigh about 25 pounds. And just for comparison, that's about the size of a large Thanksgiving turkey. Back to your left here, we just passed the backside of our Arizona trail, where you can find a bunch of animals native to Arizona, including our Mexican gray wolves. We got some coyotes, mountain lions, bobcats out there, and for any reptile fans, we do have a reptile house where we house all 13 species of rattlesnakes native to Arizona. We're now going to come into Predator Passage here. Start off by looking to our left. We're looking for our spotted hyenas. Now these guys are the largest species of hyena in Africa, and they're going to be the only species that makes that laughing and giggling noise that you are so familiar with for hyenas. One of them usually like to sit. I think I can see some patterns here. If you guys look into that mud cave there, one of them's going to be sitting in there. There is a nice cooler in there, of course, with these hot Arizona days. These guys are going to be a little bit easier to see on foot, though, if you guys come back afterward. To the left here, next is our Amur leopard jasper. Now, Amur leopards are not native to Arizona. I'm going to pause here for a second. If you guys look to your left here, sitting up on this rock, you can see one of our lions. We have 2 female lions in there, Zuri and Kamara. And if you've been following this on social media, we did recently just have a couple new baby lion cubs. They're going to be back hanging out with mom, just like they would in the wild, and hopefully in a couple months they'll be out here to see. Now, lions are the only big cats that are social. I'm sure you guys have heard of them, pride. They live in groups, which mostly make up female lions. And they're going to do the majority of the hunting. They're going to take care of all the cubs, while the males are going to use that famous roar that they have to protect their territory and let other males know that this is their land. Now that roar can be heard up to 5 miles away out on the savannas of Africa. Up here to the left, we're just passing our Desert Lodge trail start. Up there in those buttes, we're going to be looking for some desert bighorn sheep. If you're having trouble finding them, you can look for that white tail around their butt, because pretty much the rest of them is going to blend in. Now those guys can climb at angles of around 80 degrees, and within about 24 hours of being born, they are able to climb straight up a mountain. Alright, right to our left here, guys, look right next to the fence. I'm going to slow down a little bit. We have our Red River hogs. One here to the left, one's going to be coming up a little bit more. These guys are omnivores. They're going to use that big snout to try and find. They're going to pretty much eat anything they can find. But they do have 2 pretty unique hunting techniques I like to talk about. First is they will follow around chimpanzees. So those guys are messy eaters, often able to get fruit and things higher up in trees that the Red River hogs aren't able to access. So they're going to get anything that falls while the chimps are eating. Then one other thing they like to do is follow elephants around, and they've actually been spotted to eat elephant poop. Because that elephant poop is full of seeds and other things they can't digest, so the Red River hogs are able to eat that poop and get some nutrients out of it. Alright, we've got some animals coming on our left and our right. Right hand side, I'm looking for warthogs. We've got 2 common warthogs in there, so you're kind of looking for Pumbaa, for anyone who's seen The Lion King. And look at those big tusks. They're probably down in the shade there, trying to stay cool. And off to our left here, I'm looking for 2 big black birds. These are our Abyssinian ground hornbills. Now we do have a pair in here that are going to be monogamous, which means they mate for life. see a nice egret standing in there. He likes to come and hang out sometimes. Yeah, that big white bird is one of our big white egrets. And you might see some balls and toys over there. That is behavior enrichment for our animals, which we do give to all of our animals here, just to change the environment up, give them something to think about, use their brains a little bit so that they can stay active throughout the day. Alrighty. As we're coming around here, guys, these are our Aladabar tortoises to your left. Our biggest one there, Ali, in the back, he is going to weigh over 600 pounds. And he's around 100 years old. Now those guys, reptiles do not stop growing, so they're going to keep growing throughout their entire life. But once they reach around 100, it slows down to somewhere around 4 inches a year. We pass on our left a nocturnal animal. We probably weren't able to see them, the Cape porcupine. You guys can come by and take a look on foot, but they're the largest rodents that you'll find in Africa. And they do have those beautiful quills, of course, that porcupines are known for. So they are worth going and taking a look at. Alright, I want you guys to give it a look to our right-hand side here. We have two southern white rhinos on either side of the fence. Nice and muddy, of course. So that mud is going to be used to help them stay cool during the hot days and keep some bugs off of them. You can notice they've got those 2 horns on them. Just keep that in mind because we will see another rhino a little bit later on this cruise. That might look a little bit different than them. So those southern white rhinos are grazers. They're called the long mowers out in Africa. And they have a big flat upper lip that they use to just graze on mostly grass. They can eat over 100 pounds of grass per day. Alright guys, right when we come to your left, you're going to see one of our female mandrills sitting down. Now mandrills are the largest monkey species. We have some females and males in there. That bright color is going to be used to attract mates. And if you ever see those mandrills smiling, their canine teeth are actually larger than that of a lion. Alright, back to your left, guys. We got another monkey all the way up against the wall to the right-hand side, our Hamadryas baboons. You can see them sitting right in the corner there. Now, Hamadryas baboons, we can't see it right now, but they do have a nice, funny, bright pink color, but it's actually very useful for them because they do spend a lot of their time on hard, sharp, jagged rocks. And that butt is actually a callus, which protects them when they're sitting, prevents their butt from getting sunburned, prevents their legs from falling asleep too. Now to our left, we're looking out here, these are our African painted dogs. These guys are the most successful hunters in Africa, with a successful catch rate of around 80 to 90%. And right next to them, we're looking for our cheetahs, who are actually the least successful hunters in Africa. All the way against that fence lying down, I can see one of them. So you guys can see him, he's kind of on the mulch over there on that dirt path, with those nice spots sitting there. Like I said, these guys are actually one of the least successful hunters in Africa. Success rate, now that might come as a surprise, but of course they are the land's fastest animal, able to reach speeds of up to around 70 miles per hour, but they can only maintain that speed for very short bursts. They can take them up to a half a day to recover. Alright, this building to our left, guys, you can see all these pictures as we pass by. It's one of the most important buildings we have here. This is our conservation center. So here we work with species native to Arizona and the Southwest, and we help to raise and release them back into the wild. We've got animals like the narrow-headed garter snake, our mountain Graham red squirrel, probably most famous for the black-footed ferret, but my favorite is the Chiricahua leopard frog. Now the Chiricahua leopard frog might seem like a little kind of unimportant animal, but they actually are super important for us because they are known as an indicator species. Now that means that their presence or lack thereof in water systems and give us some important information
It's
about the
forever,
health
Atlas.
of the
Never
environment.
gonna get on.
Since 1995, we here at the zoo have released over 27,000 leopard frogs back into the wild, which is absolutely amazing. Alrighty, we're going to be looking to our left again. These are our dromedary camels. Now you can stop in and take a ride if you would like to. Contrary to popular belief, that hump is not full of water, but it's actually a specialized fat. They're able to use that fat storage to travel over 100 desert miles without stopping for food or water. Alright, we're going to say goodbye to our African animals, and we are now entering our outer tropics trail. We're going to be taking a little trip into the Americas. This first animal I can smell before I see it, off to our left, is our Maine bull. Kind of looking for the elongated fox on stilts. Let's see if I can spot him here. They like to sit down in the corner here sometimes. Yeah, alright, so I'm going to drive slowly, guys. Look right in the corner. He just popped his head up and said hello. So these guys, I know I call them Maine wolves and fox, but they're neither foxes nor wolves. They are actually their own canine group. And these guys are actually surprisingly important seed dispersers, because 50% of their diet is made up of food. And that's wolf out. Alright, we're passing to the right monkey village. Anybody, if this is your first time here, if you haven't been in, we do recommend stopping in Monkey Village. We have over 20 common squirrel monkeys. And the only place in the United States that you can walk inside with primates. And it is free with entry, so they're open till 12 o'clock. We recommend stopping in there. As we pass this next exhibit, we're going to stick with our monkeys. If you look all the way up in the top right box there, on the lower rung there is one of our black howler monkeys. Now I did mention black howler monkeys, and I know you're looking at a brown, brindley colored monkey there. That's because howler monkeys are something called sexually dimorphic, which means that the male and female are going to be distinctly different. Those howler monkeys are also the loudest monkeys in South America, with their howl being able to be heard over 3 miles away in a dense forest. Through this gap on your left here, you guys can see some of our horses in our stable there. That is our Thunderbird Charity Equine Center. Now, if the gates are open, you guys can stop in there and say hi to our horses, pet them. And then you can also get information on a program called Horse Hands that we offer. So if anybody's interested in learning how to ride and take care of horses, you can check out our website, phoenixzoo.org, or stop at our guest services building. Check out the Horse Hands program. Alright, off to our right hand side in that water there, we have one of our flamboyant flamingos. Those are our Chilean flamingos. Your first bill for that nice pink color. But if you're able to check by our greater flamingos at some point, you'll see some gray whitish birds in there. Now those are newborns because flamingos are not born that pink color. It's actually going to take about 2 to 3 years before their plumage gets that beautiful pink, and that's going to come from things like beta carotene in things like shrimp, krill, and blue-green algae. Right, I'm looking off to our right-hand side. This is our Forest of Glucose Trail. Now, the Forest of Glucose Trail starts and ends right here as we pass by. We've got a variety of animals up there, and that trail is mostly shaded, so it's a good place to walk on these hot days. Up there, you can find some white-faced stocky monkeys, some spider monkeys. We have scarlet macaw, some poisonous skunk, and as I pass here, we weren't able to see them. The picture in there is a picture of our Andean bear Augie, who is the star of our Forest of Glucose Trail. Now, the Andean bear are one of a couple bears that don't hibernate. That is mostly because the food that they eat, the fruit is going to be ripe the majority of the year. These guys are also arboreal, which means they are great climbers and will even sleep up in trees. Alright, off to the left-hand side here, guys, these are our Stracoan peccaries, kind of like porcupine little pig-looking guys. But surprisingly, these guys are actually more closely related to rhinos and hippos than they are to pigs. Now, again to our left, these are our Dabur tortoises, who are the second largest. These are Galapagos tortoise, and they are the largest tortoises in the world. We've got 2 males and 3 females. The females are up here in the front, and one of our females in there, Mary, has actually been here since the zoo first opened back in 1962. Path here to the left is going to take you down to Harmony Farm, where you can see some of our domesticated animals. We've got horses, sheep, cattle, chickens. We of course have our petting zoo down there, where we have 6 breeds of goats. If you guys can stop in and say hi, that exhibit is free. And they are also open until 12 o'clock today. And we do have some baby goats around there that are super fun to go say hi to.
Oh, you're right.
Alright, I'm looking now to our right-hand side here. This is into our Asian elephant exhibit. Just like we talked about with our average carnivore, there's a lot of extra items that are all throughout the exhibit here. That's just how our animals stay active, keep their brains, bodies moving, and constantly thinking throughout the day. Now sometimes they do switch exhibits where they might be out in the back. You could be getting a pedicure back there. I'm going to be looking to our left-hand side. And I see one of our keepers in there. So if you guys come back on foot, this is our jaguar exhibit. These things, they're off right now, so I see our keeper is working in there. But you can get a good look there if you come back on foot. And see we have 2 jaguars over there. Jaguars are the 3rd largest of the big cats, but they actually have the strongest bite force out of any of them. Okay. So I do now spot into our Asian elephant, guys. If you look all the way off to your right, towards the back of the exhibit, she is hanging out all the way back there. I do want to talk about that amazing trunk that she has that she's going dumps on herself right now. Now that trunk has more muscles in it alone than the human body has altogether. And she's going to use that trunk to throw dirt on her back, which will act as sunscreen, help keep some bugs away. You can use that to spray water all over the place. Now, contrary to popular belief, she isn't going to use that trunk as a straw. She can't actually squirt water all the way through it, but she can just suck it up a little bit and then she'll just spray it into her mouth. Now to your left here, guys, this is our children's trail. This zigzag path will take you down there. We've got a bunch of animals down there. Of course, it's not only for children. We've got our primates on one of our islands there. We have a younger male pony with a lot of fun to watch. Replica skulls there, guys. One of those huge skulls is going to be an African male elephant. And right next to it is a juvenile Asian elephant like we have. And the size difference is actually pretty impressive. We also have a tooth in there that you can take a look and see how big those elephant teeth really are. Alright, we're going to be looking down to our right-hand side, guys. We're looking for our Sumatran tigers. Now, Sumatran tigers are the smallest of the tiger species. I'm looking at, she's going to be all the way against the bamboo fence. Those stripes that tigers are so well known for, of course, help her to blend in. Well, like I mentioned, they are the smallest of the African tigers. They are also great swimmers living on the, I can see some stripes as we pass by, guys. There's an opening here that you're going to be able to see. You're going to have to look really hard all the way against the fence because she is lying under the shade there in the bamboo. Yeah, you're going to just look for those orange. And we do have one there and then one to our left that if you guys are down here on foot, I do recommend walking in there and taking a look. Now those guys live on the island of Sumatra. They're actually fantastic swimmers, partly because they have webbed feet. In fact, they will actually chase their prey into the water, and that's how good swimmers they are. Now the path we passed was our inner tropics trail. That'll take you down to our orangutan village. You can say hi to our orangutans. We have our tropical flights aviary, which is a really fun place to walk through with some free-flying birds. And then if you keep going, that will take you to the entrance of Monkey Village. Now off to the right of our main lake, we do have 3 islands where we have some different primates living on. This close island has our buff-cheeked gibbons, who I know you guys were here early, and you probably heard some singing taking you with some birds, but that was actually those buff-cheeked gibbons. They like to sing back and forth to each other as a bonding experience. And the other 2 islands, we have our black and white rough lemurs and our red rough lemurs on the further island. There's a little path up here called Lemur Lane you guys can take, which will give you the best chance to look at them. And they are super cool because lemurs are actually the oldest primates in the world. They have been on this planet for over 60 million years. Off to our left, we have our brand new lakeside carousel. Keep taking that, you'll get to our main plaza so you guys can in. We have Stingray Bay down that way where you can purchase to and eat our cow-nosed stingray. And just right behind Stingray Bay, you have our Arizona trail that we mentioned earlier with a bunch of our Arizona native animals. Off to our right here, guys, this is the Interafrica Trail. We have our Grevy's zebra down that way, greater flamingos, we have our spotted-necked otters, and that will take you right back to those camels and another way to get to Monkey Village. Alright, we're now coming back to the start. We want to thank everybody for coming along with us. Please just make sure you've got any and all belongings. Wait till I get to a complete stop before you exit. Have a great day.
Okay, now we're allowed to get off. Because then you'd get run over. And
Mike's falling, you get run over by
Well, I'm